Hello, I have a reading today regarding a spirit guide message for you guys. But instead of cards, we are picking from 3 runes today. The first rune is SOWILO, which is the letter S, and it means sun. And I'll get it into a little bit more of what the runes want to say. When you pick each pile, I'm just going to give you like kind of a very brief um, introduction to them so that you can pick one, okay? Pile 2, the rune is URUX, and it means wild ox. And it's the letter U, and sometimes it's the letter V as in Victor as well. And then the pile 3, it's ALGIZ, and it means a couple of things. Originally, it meant elk sage, which is actually a plant, but it then kind of got, it was changed a bit in kind of the European side of the world. It means elk, and then for the United States, it means moose, and it also means protection. So that's pile 3. So again, we have SOWILO, which means sun, with the letter S. We have URUZ, which is wild ox, with the letter U and V. And then pile 3 with ALGIZ, which is protection, but also elk, and the letter Z as in zebra. So, oh, and I have little trinkets attached with it. So the first one, it's going to be, this is fluorite crystal. For pile 1, pile 2 got a little shell that has a perfect little circle in it. I did not make that circle. I found it like that. And then pile 3 has a little tiny clear quartz point attached to it. So yeah, go ahead and pick your piles. If you want to pick based on what you see here, you can do that. If you rather go look at numbers and the timestamps, you could do that as well. And I'll see you in your reading. Hello, pile 1. So if you picked SOWILO, which is the sun, with the fluorite crystal, this is going to be your reading. Let me leave your rune over here with this little companion, and let me explain to you how this is going to work. So I have pre-shuffled and pre-picked the tarot and also the oracle cards as always. I'm going to put the oracles here, and I'm going to start with the tarot as always, to see kind of like what the message is. But before I start, let me give you a little bit of what the rune means. I have a book that I got my information from, and then I kind of just wrote down what really I felt like pertained to you guys. I just saw 333. That could be very significant for you. So for you, I wrote down source. So there's spiritual power, enlightenment, personal growth and expansion, icebreaker, the strength to banish evil, higher self, inner light, guidance, growth, and prosperity is what came through for you, kind of what they really wanted to kind of touch upon. I will say that it's interesting how the sun, it spoke about in the book, and now it's coming back again. The sun, it gives a lot of life, and it makes everything grow here on earth. And there's something about you in this moment that is going to like bring a lot of growth into your life. It doesn't necessarily have to be some kind of like enlightenment or 444. I just saw my timer. That's really interesting. Maybe you guys are getting a lot of signs and synchronicities, or a lot of like repeating numbers, angel numbers. What I was kind of like saying, it's like there's something trying to bring, like, fill in at some blanks for you, bring you some kind of information that it then leads to a lot of growth, like growth, soul growth. I can't even get that out. That's interesting. Brings a lot of soul growth, whatever's coming into your life. Let's see what that is. Interesting. Six of Cups. The Hangman. I love it. And the reason why I love it is because there's literally runes here. Okay. And also the Hangman is represents Odin, and Odin is the creator of the runes. Did you see that enlightenment? That's literally what I was just talking about. There's some kind of information. Maybe you're being called to, I almost wanted to say play with the runes, but you could, it's all a game, right? It's all kind of, divination should be something fun that you kind of play around with. But at the same time, maybe you might be called to working with the runes. I feel like this enlightenment is something that you've brought forth from past lifetimes. It's not something brand new to you. However, it could also be something that you were very, very much aligned, very much in contact with your spirit guides, everything spiritual when you were little. And now it's kind of like it's changed forms, but it's still there. And your guides want you to tap into that, into like wondrous, seeing things with brand new life, with a, it's almost like glancing over things with a childlike mentality is how you get this like enlightenment, if you will. It's very interesting. The Lovers. There's that knowledge again. The tree, the apple that brings you knowledge. Interesting. There is some kind of enlightenment here. And you have 2 6s so far. That could be significant for you guys. 9 of Wands. Okay. And Temperance. All right. Okay. 3 major arcana so far. That's very significant here. I think there's something that by you getting this alignment, it kind of helps you make a decision of some kind. That in the past, the decision that you've had to make have kind of led you to a point where you just had to do a lot of healing to get out of it. But it's almost like you've already done that, and the message is that you're ready to see maybe your struggles from the past as a brand new, there's a new, I don't know, but I keep wanting to say that they're seeing something in a new way. Let me see what this card is. Okay, the Sun. So this is the 9 of Wands in this tarot deck, which is here too, but it has a double meaning. In this deck, it also means the sun. So that is really interesting that we have the sun twice. So whatever this enlightenment is, it's going to bring you a lot of happiness, and it's going to bring you a lot of growth, and kind of also prosperity is here. And it's almost like you deserve it. You've maybe have put this off for a while. Maybe what you've been putting off is tapping into your spirituality or your very much capabilities when it comes to the metaphysical, you manipulating, kind of, not manipulating in a bad way, but handling some kind of powerful thing here. Maybe you're a healer, natural born healer, that you've kind of put this in the back burner for a while, because the 9 of Wands is always seen as the wounded warrior, but it's now I'm hearing the wounded healer. Maybe you have your Chiron, I'm hearing, which is the wounded healer, kind of, what is it? A thing that we need to conquer in this lifetime, kind of like mend or heal in order to to serve our purpose in this lifetime. I'm hearing there's Cancer placement for some of you in there, or you could have Gemini, Pisces, or Sagittarius as well, and Chiron. You might want to look at your Chiron and where it's at. Leo for some of you as well, because the sun makes me think of Leo. Really interesting message. I almost don't have the full message. I feel like that could be you guys. You guys could be looking for enlightenment. You could be asking your spirit guides for some kind of grand gesture that shows you a clear pathway forward. It feels like it's almost like you can tap into a little bit of like your past lives, or even the past in this lifetime, but you're not getting the complete picture yet, and you're asking your guys to help you with some kind of choice that leads to a lot of healing for you, a lot of breaking down of walls. Kind of not, it's not that you're hiding behind some boundaries. It's almost like there are some boundaries or some things that you need to kind of just let it like just fall off, or be let it be destroyed in some kind of way in order for the light to come in, for the enlightenment to come in. But that might be coming after a lot of healing, or maybe you've already done a lot of this healing work, and now you're about to kind of like reap those rewards. Finally have a tangible thing that you can say, hey, I finally understand why I went through this, and I have the enlightenment of it. I have the prosperity that kind of resulted in me having to deal with this. Very interesting message, pile one. All right, let's see what your oracles have to say. Yeah, hummingbird spirit, joy. Master number 22 could be very significant for you. 20, the twos are about some kind of union, some kind of mending of two things. The two cups here. With the lovers here, it could be some kind of relationship that is coming to fruition here. There's a happiness or a joy that's going to result from this. Maybe you've been hurt a lot when it comes to relationships or love in general. And there's harmony coming to that aspect of your life now. There's beauty coming there. There's, I don't know, there's a lot of, I'm hearing a lot of, like, the fruits of your labor are coming to light for you, especially. Like, you really need some kind of, it's like you almost need your guys to reach down and, like, because everything here, that makes me think of, like, reaching over and, like, giving you something, like showing you this gift, if you will. They're trying anyways. Okay, deep diver, diving into a task. This feels like the hangman here. Maybe you guys have done this as well. You guys have, like, gone to the depths of your psyche, of your subconscious, to heal a lot of maybe the old wounds that you have that you needed to heal in order for the sun to come into your life, this good energy to just be able to, like, not just because it wants to come in, but it's almost like so you could enjoy it. You wouldn't have been able to enjoy it unless you went through the healing journey here. Wow, big picture thinking. Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. Doesn't this look like you're getting an idea, like a light bulb went on over here too? Very significant. You guys, I'm seeing two figures here and then two figures here. It's almost like there's a union of some kind at a soul level, at a spiritual level. You've done all this work, believe it or not, with a lot of, in the background, at the soul level, you saw the big picture of it all. Maybe in the day-to-day life, in your life, in this lifetime in general, you've really have, like, stuck up, like, a lot of the struggles, and you kind of have inspected them. You've You've integrated what you need to. You've learned a lot of lessons. But it's about time that the sun wants to shine into your life to show you the big picture of it all. It's almost like you're and you stacking up all of these lessons of yours. It's time now to, if you put them all down, like if you break that wall that you built, if I don't know, there's something about you build something, now you have to like destroy it so the light can come in and you can see the full picture of it all. Something's going to be revealed to you here, pile 1. I almost said pile 3. That's weird. Okay. Something's going to be revealed to you here, pile 1. The sun is, it's a lot of stuff. It's everything. It is happiness, it's beauty, it's growth, but at the same time, it's coming through as literal enlightenment. They're going to show you something. Your guides are going to show you something. I'm hearing there's nothing to be scared about. It's not like you're gonna see a ghost in front of you, or like one of your guys is just gonna like reveal itself. It's, I mean, for some of you maybe, but it's more on the there's an aha moment for you, but it's very significant one. This is not a little aha moment. This is not you, I don't know, seeing an angel number, looking it up and being like, oh my God, that's so synchronistic. That makes sense. No. I'm talking about a big moment here. It could be attached to someone else as well, just because I keep seeing 2 souls here, 2 people. So maybe you're about to meet someone from your soul family, from a past life or something like that. That's really interesting. Inner worlds. Your external world is a reflection of your inner world. I think you've learned that lesson with temperance. You've definitely have. You've learned that lesson of, you know, whatever you heal within, it kind of like it shows up in your life. Maybe that's a part of this message where it's like you've done a lot of the internal healing. Now it's time for it to show in a grand way outside. It's a very tangible thing that's coming through. Even though I don't have any pentacles here, for some reason it still feels like it's going to be a very tangible thing for you. It's a very significant thing. Release. Release anything that keeps you from your path of authenticity. Interesting. Let's see. Wow, honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Maybe part of this significant growth comes from being honest with yourself as well. That's part of the lesson. That's part of kind of what's coming to the forefront. It's almost like you're going to get proof. I just heard you're going to get proof that your intuition has never led you astray. That even though it kind of seemed like it was, what is it? It could have hindered you, or you could have seen as maybe the past hurts were like so significant that you're like, how could I have gone down that path if I didn't trust myself, but at the same time I did. There's a need for you. I think you've done it already. You've done a lot of the internal healing of the internal battle, as far as I understand that there's nothing has led me astray, but maybe myself, by not trusting myself. But at the same time, maybe you have trusted yourself and it's led you to some pain as well. So there's that internal struggle, the back and forth of, you know, it's almost like testing your resolve, testing your ability to trust your inner guidance. But again, that enlightenment that's coming through, that big picture being revealed to you, it's just bringing you a lot of good energy, joy. It's bringing you growth and enlightenment, and you're welcoming it, because it's almost like it's going to reassure you that you have always been honest. The honesty that you've had with yourself, it has maybe in your path has been difficult and it has been blissful at the same time. But in the grand scheme of things, you're going to see what it all means. It's a big moment for you guys. It really does feel that way. I cannot say that because it's what I keep feeling and I keep hearing. There's a very significant moment that's coming up. Okay. And I think it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful realization for you. And a very you deserve it is what I'm hearing as well. There's no need. I think you should just keep doing what you're doing. I think you're supported in the way of like they want you to keep doing the work that you're doing, whatever it is that you're on the right path in general. Okay, if anything, this is coming into your life because it's the right moment at the right time, if you will. Divine timing is at play here. Definitely, you have a lot of angelic protection as well. Just because I kept seeing angel numbers, I saw 222, 333, 444, and 555. So I only mentioned a couple of them, but I saw all of those. And you know, temperance being here, there's an angel, the angel and the lovers as well. There's just good energy around you. Maybe after a really harsh time in your life. And that could be why you're a bit of a skeptic here, but good things are coming, Pawan. Good things are coming. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that this brought you some clarity or confirmation in general. And I will see you in the next reading that you watch, okay? Have a good one, Pawan. Gonna set up for pile 2 here. Hello, pile 2. So if you picked URUX and this little shell that has a perfect little circle there, this is going to be your reading. Let me put your rune over here. And I'm going to explain a bit what this rune means, okay? And I hope it ties into the reading. It doesn't necessarily have to, but I think it all kind of comes together. So URUZ means wild ox, and is also sometimes represented as the letter U or the letter V as in Victor, in case that kind of is significant for you guys. And this rune basically means a challenge or rite of initiation that leads to like a lot of personal growth. Could be in any aspect of your life: spiritual, romantic, ethical, psychological, work related. But it's about overcoming something in your path that leads to some kind of mastery of said challenge, of said skill. You will be stronger and wiser for it. So whatever it is that is kind of like posing as a challenge for you in the moment, first of all, they want you to know that you will overcome it. This is not an if, it's more of a when, if you will, because you will overcome it. But also, it's like you're supported by your ancestors, your lineage. Maybe you've dealt with this challenge in your past life, and it's just a rite of passage for you. Again, that rite of initiation is very significant. It feels like if you guys are magically inclined, or you're doing some kind of, you could be doing, I don't know, learning spell work or mastering some kind of witchy stuff, okay? There's a rite of passage here that it's something that was also like passed down from generation to generation. It might be something, for some of you, it could be a generational curse that you're kind of like ending. It could be a generational trauma that you're overcoming, and therefore you're helping your ancestors, but you're helping your future lineage as well. whether you choose to have kids or not. It's like the future of your family. There's a lot of for some reason I'm picking up on a lot of ancestral thing, lineage. There's maybe these skills that you're mastering is something that has been passed down generation to generation. Maybe you guys are generational witches. You guys are generational warlocks. There is, and even if you don't have, excuse me, even if you don't have proof of this, or like your family kind of put this in the back burner, and these things have not been passed down to you for, or passed down in your family for a couple of generations. I'm hearing 2 generations back. They kind of like denounce this power, or denounce these abilities. It's like you're uncovering them again for a reason, but there is a rite of passage. There's a rite of initiation that you have to go through before kind of mastering something, or getting the, what is it, graduating. I'm hearing that's interesting. All right, 5 of Swords. Okay, so it is like a challenge. It's some kind of battle, but it feels like in the psychic realm for you guys. Oh, the devil. Holy crap. Okay. You are overcoming some kind of ties to, it's not necessarily evil per se, but it's some kind of anything that was holding you back, kind of pulling at your strings, kind of trying to manipulate you, if you will. You are overcoming that. Wow, the Ace of Wands. Talk about a struggle and a literal kind of like, I pull this way, you pull this way, and who's gonna win? Who's very interesting. About 2, very interesting. I want to read that card like that. 8 of Wands. Okay. And the 7 of Wands. So we have the Ace of Wands, the 8 of Wands, and the 7 of Wands. Okay. There's that struggle. I just heard you struggling with your inner demons, you know, and that's a phrase, right? But what does that mean to you? It could mean a lot of things to a lot of people. I feel for this pile, it really is, maybe there's some kind of psychological thing that you're going through. Maybe you struggle with mental illness in general. And I don't want to like diagnose anybody, or, you know, I can only speak from my experience and from the things that I kind of deal with, right? But for a lot of you, it could be some kind of, mental illness that you struggle with. But they're saying you're overcoming it. You're supported in this. It's like the lesson is in the struggle, if you will. And I know that sounds so poetic and so beautiful, but how does it apply in a practical way? Because I feel like you guys are looking for answers, and a lot of the answers that you're looking for, it is in the spirit realm. It's in the intuitiveness, in your because wands are about spirit, and spirit is trying to bring a message here for you. Maybe you need to do some shadow work. The devil now is coming through as the shadow self and higher self. Where there's been a struggle there, it's almost like the lesson is in the struggle. Maybe it's time to end the battle, put your weapons down, and kind of see what your shadow self is trying to bring to you, as like showing you, not necessarily that your shadow self has been the one pulling the strings. It's trying to show you who's been pulling the strings, what kind of aspect that you kind of maybe have refused to look at in the past. It's time for you to look at maybe anything that you fear head on, because you have the strength, you have the support at this time to overcome this challenge. They're also saying this challenge wouldn't be presented to you unless you were equally as strong as it, because how this card is even showing up. But also it's also like you're stronger than it. You are at a place where you can match strength. The battle will be won here. You are winning this battle. Interesting. So this is the Seven of Swords, but this is also the Chariot in this deck. But this is talking to me about duality. Also, the Chariot is this year. 2023 is represented by the Chariot because it adds up to 7. You see what I mean? There's this path is like soul growth, and the home is like your soul. And there's this energy here. The Chariot is ready for you to, it's like I heard, we ride at dawn. Like your spirit guides are here to support you in this battle that you're having here. It's going to manifest differently for some of you though. But it's something that's coming, it's a challenge that's coming from within. It feels very personal to you, very personal to your own growth. However, the message that I got in the beginning was you will be stronger and wiser for this. So whatever this is, it's like they don't want you to fear it, because this was upright. You will overcome this. Without a doubt, you will overcome this. And whatever it is, it's also happening very quickly because of the 8 of Wands. It's also the Chariot is movement. So it's like, it's a very quick, now I'm seeing it. You know what I'm seeing here now? It's like this has come to the forefront of your mind in the past, and you've struggled a lot with like accepting that maybe this is something that you eventually have to deal with, some kind of opponent that you would have to face. But now you're ready for it. And then the divine is here to kind of like bring you strength, give you a lot of guidance. Maybe you're getting a lot of downloads. It's preparing you for this. It's preparing you for this battle, and you're ready. You wouldn't get on the Chariot unless you were ready to head into battle. You know what I mean? Like you are ready for this. You guys, if this is resonating, you have to, if you can, if you want to, share in the comments what this will mean to you, because it feels very personal. I'm not even picking up on what it specifically is. However, it does feel like there's shadow work here, maybe that you've been putting off and you're ready for it. It doesn't feel like it's a thing rooted here like in the 3D, if you will. It's not that you're literally fighting an opponent. You know, it's not like that you're literally about to like verbally kind of have a discussion with someone or physically have an altercation. Nothing like that. It feels very much like it's in the spirit realm. It's even like within you. It's some kind of shadow that you need to face, so that it doesn't rule over your life anymore. It doesn't rule over your potential, I'm hearing. Wow. Okay, 33. Reflecting pool. You see what I mean? It's a reflection of you. It's a shadow of you. This card is asking you, 33 is a master teacher number. This card is asking that you go into like a very reflective mode. Maybe it's time for you to go into kind of a bit of a hermit mode to overcome this. Also, if it's some kind of initiation into something spiritual, some kind of magic thing, to the outside world, it could seem like you've literally lost your marbles, like you're going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. That you could be at the brink of like a spiritual psychosis. And they're saying, if you retreat, if you have the potential, if you could retreat and kind of work with this energy, work with these very intense downloads that are coming in, that are revealing a lot of things to you. It's almost like they're putting a face to the devil. They're putting a face, they're showing you who has been pulling the strings in some kind of aspect here. But you're ready for it as well. You're ready to go within and figure this out. And maybe, yeah, if you have struggled with mental illness in the past, it could seem to people that care about you, or people that are around you that know you, it could seem like psychosis, which is a message that's coming out of left field here, but I have to say it. I myself have experienced spiritual psychosis, and now I know how to kind of deal with this kind of thoughts and things, that information that I receive and stuff like that. I kind of have a way of like working through them without quite literally losing my shit. But it takes time. However, this could be a challenge that you're facing because you're ready to face it. You have the tools. Definitely, you have the tools, the knowledge, it feels. You have the support from your spirit team. Wow. The further gate, bold step forward. I'm telling you, 55. Oof. Okay. Fives are about change. Yeah, we started with a 5. Very interesting. There's you getting on that chariot and going somewhere. You're headed somewhere for a reason. It's like, and the gates are opening. It's it's ready. The path is ready. The knowledge is ready. It's just waiting for you to like unlock it. You are ready to face this challenge. Wow. Portal. Doors are opening, quite literally. You decide, reward, wild card. Okay, so the you decide thing makes me think that if you, when this challenge is presented to you, this opportunity, and again, it does feel like this is a very, if this is not resonating with you, please don't try to make this fit. You will know if this is for you because you will know that you've been like kind of in like a spiritual funk. You've been feeling that there's a challenge, but it's unseen, and you're like, is it me? Is it my external world? Is it my inner world? Is it the spiritual realm? What is going on? Kind of like that. If you've been feeling a little bit lost, a little bit like you've kind of lost touch, but you still are very tapped in, but it's like you don't know what you're receiving. Everything's not making sense yet. You're about to unlock something here. But again, there's free will. You have the choice to walk away from this if you like. But I'm seeing that you do not shy away from a challenge. That's the thing. Because this is Capricorn energy. Capricorns are very headstrong. They climb that mountain as many times as they need to, and they perfect it. So that's why I feel like you're ready, because you've done this a couple of times. Maybe in a harsher way. Maybe you've learned a lot of lessons of how to tackle this in a better way. Because I was bringing up something personal of mine that kind of said that same thing. But I feel like you're at the precipice of this like huge shift, but you know that there's one final thing you gotta tackle, and you're ready. I cannot say that enough because you are ready. Wow, advancement. A strong energy is propelling you forward. Follow the steering of your heart. I almost heard, I almost read strings, and I was like, oh my God, strings. But no, follow the steering of your heart. Yeah, follow your heart and your passion. Ones are about passion. Okay, maybe you're pursuing a passionate thing, and it's almost like there's a last little blockage there, but you're ready to face that. Whoa, Starseed. Rise the vibration of the planet through your radiant loving light. So your passion and your love for whatever you're kind of uncovering here, you're mastering here, is going to be an inspiration for other people as well. It's not just going to help you. I think you're going to help a lot of other people, and that could be why it's a little overwhelming. That could be why it's very intense. But again, I have to keep saying that you're ready. Interesting. Guilt. I release any belief that no longer assists in my soul growth. There's that devil energy. It could be guilt. Your shadow self could be bringing forth maybe a lot of like guilt for you at this moment. And that's part of the things that you kind of have to alchemize and overcome. I'm hearing show a lot of love to your shadow. I think it's served its purpose. It's been serving its purpose. Maybe it has stirred you away from a certain path for a reason, but now you're ready. You're ready to face this path, or you're ready to open these doors. You're not. Your shadow could be kind of like holding you back, making you rethink things. That's where shadow work comes in, where like you have to understand it. You have to understand what's coming forth. Could be abandonment wounds. It could be kind of like the wounds of like, I'm not enough, I'm not good enough for this, or I don't deserve this. Those things could be holding you back a bit, and overcoming that, it sounds easier said than done, but you can overcome it by showing it love, by showing it understanding. There could be a need for you to kind of this is why you might need to go within and be in stillness, because you have to show a lot of love to yourself. Show yourself a lot of appreciation, regardless of what outcomes you've had in the past. Also, you have to kind of show a lot of love to yourself, just in case when you face this, maybe you don't overcome it as fast as you would like to, or as well as you would like to. It's still okay. It's still a victory. Trying, I'm hearing, even facing these challenges, and even trying and being the warrior that you are, being ready, feeling like you're capable of this victory, heading into it with that kind of mentality is enough. And knowing that whatever comes of this situation, it will play out for your betterment in the end, is also a way to kind of even give you more strength, more support. The support needs to come from within as well. Your guides are supporting you. That's, I don't, I'll tell you now because it's coming up now, but I feel like you know that already. I feel like you guys are very tapped in with Cancer here. I feel like the thing is that you don't shy away from struggle. You don't shy away from a battle. Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands, quite literally. The struggle is here. You don't shy away from that, which is why you're so admirable. Like your strength, your inner strength is very admirable. You don't shy away from a challenge. You welcome it, if anything. Which is why your guides are saying that you're ready for this. But approach it from a place of love. Approach it from no judgment, no guilt, okay? There's no, let go of anything that, literally the card says it, that doesn't assist in your soul growth. That could be the challenge that you're facing as well, quite frankly. That makes sense too. That you're facing this challenge that kind of has, for a while, held you back from a lot of growth. So yeah, thank you so much, Pal2. I really hope that this resonated and this brought you some clarity, some confirmation, and I'll see you guys in the next reading, okay? Hello, Pal3. I just saw 4444 on my timer. That might be significant for some of you. So the rune that you picked is ALGIZ, and you picked a little clear quartz point. And ALGIZ is protection. So let me go a little bit over what I gathered from reading about the rune that could resonate with you guys. So it's protection both physically and metaphysical. So it could be like divine intervention for some of you, I'm hearing right now, where it's like in the physical realm, like, you know, instead of making a right, your guys kind of lead you to make a left, if you will. And that is some kind of protection in that way. But also in the metaphysical, in the spirit realm, you're very protected as well. So you are well prepared to weather any storm. Your spirit guides are watching over you, safety from harm. You're being shielded, and magically you're being protected as well. So maybe some of you would need to hear this. You need to hear that you're safe and you're protected. So let's see what your spirit guides need to tell you about this with this rune here. Okay. King of Pentacles. Maybe you need to be reassured that there is financial, maybe some kind of financial opportunity or some kind of financial support is coming your way. Oh wow, the sun. This reading started with the sun, and you know what? In Pile 1, I wanted to call Pile 1, which was the sun rune, which is, by the way, here on her skirt. I wanted to say Pile 3, so maybe you're coming from Pile 1, watching Pile 3, because I mentioned that. If you want to go watch Pile 3, you can. I mean, it's significant because the sun is literally here, so... Yeah, you're protected, you're blessed. There's a blessing coming your way. Interesting. And maybe the blessing, it's going to kind of seem like protection for you. You could be interpreting as that, or the blessing is protection. Interesting. Wow, the King of Pentacles again. Holy crap. So this is financial. Or this could be like in, because Pentacles are not just financial, but they're your health as well. Whoa. Okay. You see how the sun is between these two? Holy crap. That is, my goodness. The devil. Interesting. Well, this is earth energy. This is Pentacle energy. Capricorn energy. Maybe the protection is from some kind of thing that you've overcome. Maybe you've overcome some financial what is it? Financial burden, or a financial lack mentality, or something like that. What is this about? Oh, yeah, okay. You've overcome the Four of Pentacles energy. You've overcome the lack mentality. You've overcome the I don't have enough, or I can't spend what I have because I won't have anything left. Or you've overcome the maybe you've broken some generational trauma around financial wealth. Interesting message, Pile 3. And the Six of Wands. I'm sorry, the Six of Swords. Moving away from struggle to calmer waters. What did I tell you about protection? Or deviating you from a certain path. Your guides are guiding you somewhere here. Maybe they have been all along, quite frankly, Pile 3. I like this energy. Your guys are very cryptic, but they feel like they're really going to show you in the 3D, in a physical way. They're going to show you just how much prosperity and goodness is going to come from you listening when they were speaking to you about a redirection. I'm hearing rejection has been protection for you. And you're finally going to see what that means in a practical way, in a very practical way. It's almost like this is like on the side. You've overcome this. The only thing that you need to worry about is here. This is what you've done with this energy. The devil here and the Four of Pentacles have, this was an energy that you literally walked away from. You realized it was not serving you. It was an internal struggle that maybe even represented itself in an external struggle with you maybe not having a lot of financial opportunities or financial means, but you overcame it. And here you are, the sun is between the two King of Pentacles. My goodness. Power 3. Wow. Mentoring pathway, flow. This is you. I think this is you on your path here. That's, by the way, protected, being lit, kind of. This is like a hermit, if you will. Someone that really has gone within to find inner light, to find what things mean, where to head forth. There's that enlightenment. There's the sun trying to come in to show you this. Wow. Maybe there's a little opportunity that you need to seize here for financial wealth. Wow. Okay. Mindful group thinking. I feel like this is this energy that you've overcome. Maybe you've had to overcome a lot of doubt. You've had to overcome a lot of hearsay, or maybe family, friends, acquaintances, people trying to like stir you in a different way. That's kind of like why you walked away from. And it doesn't have to be other people kind of like in your ear about things, because now I'm seeing this as like the ear, like the devil on your shoulder, if you will, or something like that. Maybe, you know, you've shared your big dreams with others, and others have given you buts and ifs, like, oh, but what are you gonna do about this? But oh my God, if you don't have money to do this, like, well, how can you do that? Kind of like that. Maybe you've overcome that. Maybe not. You did overcome it, or maybe now it's a time where you're very much protected from that energy, which helps you see clearly the path forward. Wow, double mission, light worker, starseed, serving the world by being you. So maybe this path of yours, is very personal to you. Like, you know what you're meant to be doing here. And that's why other people can maybe not understand it that well. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, they don't need to understand where you're headed or what you're trying to do to help you. Sometimes they help you just by kind of revealing themselves in a way of like, if you share your dreams with someone and they give you like a lot of it's almost like they don't celebrate it. They almost like tell you how challenging it will be, or again, kind of they bring up the logical mind, the practical thing. And it's like, it's understandable that, you know, there's always practical steps to kind of like make your dreams come true, if you will. But maybe in the past where you needed people to like blindly just support you and tell you, oh my God, yes, you can do that, and not be the, you know, the sound one, or the one that tells you how challenging it will be, or how you need to do things, how, oh my God, you should not spend $10 on that because I don't know, it's not worth it, or but you know that for you it felt good in the moment, or it was something that you needed to do in order to kind of, I don't know, support whatever you're doing here. I can't even find the words to explain what I'm trying to say. The naysayers in your life, the people that try to be very practical, very 3D minded, if you will, like that kind of confusion, it's like you're walking away from that. You're being protected from it so that you could really see what you need to be pursuing here. Which at the end of it all does bring you financial wealth, stability in the 3D, right? Which is what these people, these energy was worried about in the first place. But it's like you have to go out of your own way. You have to follow your joy, I'm hearing. That's kind of how you unlock this wealth, materially, spiritually. You uncover this wealth by following your joy. There's a lot that you're doing here. And it's almost like you have to go in a very unique path to you. Something that maybe not a lot of people can relate to, which could also be why they bring up, you know, the buts and if, or they're the naysayers, because they've never seen the possibilities that you've seen, because they haven't walked your path, or their path, your path is so unique that they can't even fathom how you're going to do this, but you feel it in your soul. It comes from within. The thing is that once you tapped into this energy, you cannot ignore it anymore, I'm hearing. Wow, creation. Being creative is a wonderful way of witnessing and on the unfolding of your limitless creative soul. This is what this is about. So you're approaching material wealth or stability from a creative aspect, from a creative source. And you know, like, who struggles more than the starving artist? There's a reason why it's called starving artist. You know, it's like not many people make it in that way. But if that's what brings you joy, you have to do what brings you joy, Pal 3. Because your guys are saying you're protected. You might not have a lot while you're pursuing this, but you will have what you need. You need to trust that. Trust us here. You will have what you need. You will have the tools that you need. You will have the means to live, where to live. You know, you will have what you need. Not in excess, but you will have it. So there's no need for you to not follow what you want to follow. Pursue your passion. You're protected and guided. Observation. Expand your consciousness by observing the divine matrix of life. I'm being guided back to this mindful. Maybe you have a lot of ideas and you cannot pinpoint just one to follow because you're creative, but you will. It's there. Your guides are about to show you, stir you in the right direction here for one specific thing right now that you need to be focusing on. Okay, loneliness. I know that I am never alone. I can see how you could feel lonely because you feel like no one understands you, or no one understands the things that you want to do and pursue. So you could be feeling lonely because of that. But I feel like maybe the world being here makes me think of like the internet. Maybe you find soul family or people that kind of have the same interests as you. If you put yourself out there like on the internet and you kind of build a community like that, it might not be physical beings that could be around you, but you will have some kind of community in that way. And also, your spirit guides are here to tell you that you're not lonely. They're around you. They're supporting you. I just had deja vu. That's never happened to me in a reading before. Please make sure that you reassure yourself often that you are not alone. If you're feeling lonely and it really gets to you, and the loneliness becomes the devil on your shoulder telling you, limiting your belief in yourself, your putting limits on how can you even get this done, you know, fulfill your mission, be happy again, or follow or be prosperous doing what you love to do. Please pay that no mind. Your guides are here to support you. You're very protected and divinely guided. I cannot stress that enough. You're full of ideas and full of, it's like you tap into like one consciousness, divine consciousness. You receive a lot. That could be why you struggle with like pursuing one thing. But you're being stirred in the right direction. You're being redirected here. You could have just been redirected and this will resonate with you because of that, or you're about to. You've been asking for a path to open up for you, and it's going to. But there's a need to allow things to flow, okay? Trust. There's a need to trust in the divine at this time. Thank you so much, Pao 3, for allowing me to read for you. And I really hope that this resonated and this brought you some kind of clarity or confirmation. I wish you nothing but the best, and I'll see you in the next one.